Good evening. This is Divya Verma and you are listening to Radio Bharati News Podcast. Today is 3rd October. Hope you are having a nice day. Let's begin with headlines. Lashkar-e-Taiba man plotting to attack Dashera rallies and saffron leaders held in Hyderabad. PM Modi to address UN World Geospatial Congress in Hyderabad on October 11. Now, news in details. Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal on Sunday announced that if voted to power in Gujarat, the party will provide 40 rupees per day for maintenance of each cow in the state. Addressing a press conference in Rajkot, he added that the AAP will construct cattle pounds in each district in the state. Speaking on the subject of stray cows in the state, Kejriwal said, "In Delhi we give rupees 40 per day for the maintenance of each cow. Delhi government gives rupees 20 and Nagar Nigam gives rupees 20. If the AAP forms a government in Gujarat, we will give rupees 40 per day for cow maintenance." Telangana police arrested on Sunday 3 Hyderabad natives and suspected Lashkar-e-Taiba operatives who allegedly planned to bomb Dashera processions in the city. Launched ISIS-inspired lone wolf attacks this festive season and hull grenades at Sangh and BJP meetings. PM Narendra Modi will address on October 11 the second United Nations World Geospatial Information Congress, which is scheduled to start in Hyderabad from October 10 and will go on till October 14. The international conference, convened by the UN Committee of Experts on Global Geospatial Information Management, hosted by the Department of Science and Technology, will be attended by over 2,000 delegates, including 700 plus delegates from about 120 countries. Now, some highlights from the world. The small resort island of Polillo are accustomed to severe weather. Their island sits in the northeastern Philippines on the edge of Pacific Ocean, where storms typically gather strength and turns into typhoons. But even they were stunned by the intensity of Typhoon Noru, known locally as Typhoon Karding, that turned from typhoon into a super typhoon in just 6 hours before hitting the region earlier this week. Now, some sports report. India defeats South Africa by 16 runs in the high-scoring second T20I to take an unassailable 2-0 lead in the 3-match series on Sunday. Sent into bat. India posted a massive 237 for 3, riding on a solid batting display for the top 4 and then returned to restrict the visitors to 221 for 3 in the stipulated 20 overs. Quinton de Kock and David Myler did the bulk of scoring for the visitors. Now, the campus updates. The 5 days induction program along with the talent show conducted on Saturday. The students witnessed the session with prominent journalists on real-life journalism experience and skill training. The second last day session was taken by well-known journalist Mr. Ashutosh, founder of Satya Hindi, and the last session of induction program was addressed by Ms.Shwetakothari, an independent journalist, renowned TEDx speaker. Now, let's hear their views on BVI camp.
Hi guys, this is Jasleen, Kaur, your BVI camp campus reporter. Today we have a renowned journalist, columnist and author, Mr. Ashutosh. Hello sir, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
So my first question to you sir is, how did you think of coming in the field of journalism?
Oh, I did not plan because when I was a student then my family wanted me to be a doctor, so I was given a science. I didn't like it much. Then I moved to arts like philosophy, and over a period of time I realized that I could write better. So I started writing for the different newspapers and the magazines. And since I had a flair and my seniors, they realized that I can do good, I got a job. So accidentally I came into journalism. There's no planning for that.
What are your views on BVI camp?
I think it's a good, it's a great institution in that sense, and my interaction with the students were very good. And I realized that there are a lot of questions to ask, because the journalist, if you don't ask questions, then you are not a journalist as a journalist per se. And what is happening today, that people are asked not to ask questions. They get very awed. They are in awe of politicians. They are in awe of people in powerful positions. So if you are in awe of somebody, and if you are scared to ask questions, that you are not doing journalism. But surprisingly, what I found here, that all the young students, they were asking questions, they were asking uncomfortable questions, there are certain doubts which they wanted to clear. I think that's a very, very good thing, and it's a very welcome thing about the institute.
Tips you want to give to a newly admitted budding journalist?
The only thing I'll say that if you want to be a journalist, you should be true to facts. because that's sacred. You can't compromise on facts. If you start compromising on fact, that you can do anything but not journalism. And one should be very clear that even in journalism, what they can do best, what is their talent. And like somebody wants to be a reporter, but he might be very good in writing, so it's better to be on the desk than being a reporter, because if you are not good at in reporting and you insist on doing that, so you will end up like maybe you won't do anything in life. But if you are good in editing, you are good in writing, and you prefer that, so maybe you can excel, you can become an editor also. So it's not that what appears on television or the anchors and the celebrity which you see on television, there are very few out of 100, there are 3-4 people who succeed and become an anchor or the reporter. But rest, it's not that they are less competent, they are equally competent, but they have a different talent for the different jobs and different skill sets.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring us and giving us a valuable time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
This is Ananya Arora, your BVI campus reporter. Today we have with us a prominent Indian journalist, anchor and columnist with over 9 years of experience, Ms.Shwetakothari. Hello ma'am, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I hope you're well.
Yes ma'am. Ma'am, what are the qualities you think a student should possess to be a good journalist?
Well, there are lots of qualities that you should have as a student journalist, but I think the most important is being consistent and being inquisitive. So when I say being consistent, you have to consistently do what you're hoping to do tomorrow. So let's assume that you want to be a news anchor after you graduate. So you should consistently start recording yourself now and do it at a pace that is convenient to you, but do it regularly. So consistency will ensure that you are in practice by the time you get out of college, and that will ensure that you are more skilled than many other peers of yours and will give you an edge over the rest of the people. So that's one. And being inquisitive means constantly asking questions, trying to learn more, trying to become better, trying to be more skillful. It's important that as students we are inquisitive, we ask questions, because the time is now. If we don't start asking questions, if we don't start trying to explore more, learn new skills, we are going to be left behind. None of us want to be left behind. So as students, I think it's very, very important to possess quality of being inquisitive as well as be consistent in doing what you're doing.
And ma'am, tips you want to give to our newly joined budding journalists?
I think a tip that I will give from my personal experience is that it's not just academic. Don't just focus on being academically good. Try to ensure that there is overall growth and development, which means that you become better at maybe writing, you become better at speaking, you become better at something. If you only focus on academically excelling, this profession is not going to be very helpful. So while you should absolutely focus on academics, you should also focus on your overall growth and development. So just learn a lot of new skills, participate in a lot of competitions around you, try and be a part of every activity, try and be a team player. All of that will come in very, very handy when you start working as a full-time professional.
Thank you so much ma'am for your valuable time and inspiring us with your wonderful session.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Now, the weather forecast for today. The maximum temperature of Delhi today is 24 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature of Delhi today is 33 degrees Celsius with humidity of 41% and wind speed 16 km per hour. That's all for today. We will back tomorrow with the latest update. Till then, thank you for listening. Radio Bharati News Podcast.